Alright guys, I finally was able to clear some room and get the back off of this GE set so I can dig back inside, because I'm sure many of you are very curious to know what the source of that weird buzzing sound is when it powers up and powers down. Now, a lot of you had very good theories about it. Most seem to center on, is the picture tube grounded properly? Well, let's see. So, if you recall, I put in a new picture tube, and before I did, I sprayed it with a fresh coat of conductive coating. Now, there's one finger up top. It's making pretty good contact. And there's one down below. It's making even better contact. Could slip some foil in between as well to make sure it's making real solid contact. But before I worry about that, let's see, what do these fingers go to? Well, they go to a metal band that goes around this picture tube. And it's bolted up here and over there to a metal frame, and same around the bottom. Okay, well, what's that frame going to? It better be connected back to this at some point, because this is ground. High voltage comes out of here, goes to the picture tube, and this is supposed to form a capacitor, so this needs to be grounded. Well, if you look on the bottom of this, it's going to some brackets. Well, those go to wood. It's not actually attached to the bracket back there that the picture tube's mounted on. There's an air gap between the two. Well, if you go all the way around, come over to here where we've got a vertical part of the chassis sticking up, and hey, it's kind of loose. And if you look up there, hey, there's where the metal parts that's holding the CRT goes, and here's where the chassis is, and it sure looks like there's supposed to be a screw and a lock washer up there, which there is not. So how about I try digging up the bolt that's supposed to be up there, and try firing this set up, see what happens. Alright, I replaced that missing bolt, so let's give this a try. No problem on power up.
So call now. Hover-Round's patented round design gets you through the tightest doors and hallways. We say it's round for a reason. Hover-Round employees build your chair, deliver your chair, and will service your chair for as long as you own your chair.
How about power off?
No other company can say.
I think the problem has been solved. Audio seems cleaner too. So I imagine having that grounded so it's forming a proper capacitor is helping filter the high voltage better, so you get less noise in the audio. Now, I still do plan on pulling the chassis right back out as soon as I fix the problem, because I do want to get in alignment and do some final adjustments on it.
You can do more, you can keep living in your own home, you can get
Look, I'd still like to know why this horizontal sync takes so long to kick in. So horizontal hold on the back, it's very touchy. If I tweak it a little bit to the left or right, I won't be able to get locked at all.
And right now, get your limited edition Hover-Round America travel mug, free with your Hover-Round delivery.
Let's see if there's something better on now. Just wait a little while. Hopefully the commercials are over now. There we go, that's better. Oh, one other issue I got to deal with is we've got a gap on the side of the screen here. I don't know if the width isn't adjusted right or if the horizontal centering is just off a little bit.
As you can see, Lieutenant, there is something that will delight the hearts of your signal corps.
And one final thing is, if you recall, I replaced the picture tube, and the type I used isn't quite the same as the original, and the specs on it are a little different, I think. Actually, it's a 21 ESP4, and I was never able to find data on it. But what I did find out is that the next version of this set uses that picture tube. So this is an M4. The M5 used a 21 ESP4. And I have the schematic for that, and it shows the voltage levels in the CRT pins. And I have the schematic for this, which also shows those same voltages for the picture tube that this set originally used. And they're slightly different. The ESP4, I think, had a little bit higher voltage on on G2. Now that voltage is derived from a voltage divider with some resistors inside the socket that plugs into the base of the CRT. So I think if I just tweak those resistor values, I might be able to get a brighter picture. Because that's my only concern. I mean, the sun's playing fine, the picture looks fine. But for a brand new picture tube, I think it should be a little bit brighter than this. So this is brightness. So that's up all the way, which is fine. But for a brand new picture tube, I think it should be a little bit brighter.
Writing paper and a fountain pen. A rare find for soldiers away from home who have not written in many weeks. How would you bet, Lieutenant? Safe or unsafe? Unsafe, of course!
Alright, no buzz on power off. Awesome.